welcome to this special interview. We are in Lower Louisiana with that of Fender compound here in Liberia. We have some of our brothers that visiting Liberia from Uganda. They are from the Magnite Farm, agents.
Farms.
Yes, yeah. Magnite Farms agents. So welcome to Liberia. You can pick up from there.
Thank you. Hello, our viewers. My name is Brian. I'm from Menit. I bring you greetings from West Africa. We are currently in Liberia. The place we are, as colleagues have introduced, it is about 25 to 30 kilometers outskirts of Monrovia. So it is Monrovia County, District 1, Louisiana Village. So we are here basically visiting a partner farm that is going to be established. Today we've done an assessment, try to understand the topography of this land and the factors of production, and also trying to pick some points as we support in developing this strategy. The farm is called KEG Farm. I'm here with the proprietor, the CEO of KEG Farm, who is going to tell us more what KEG is and what he aspires to achieve on this farm, but also briefly tell you how he got in touch with us to understand the passion behind, so that we can encourage going forward as we are writing this baseline story for this farm, but also encourage other farmers within West Africa to share the good information that our partner here has. So I want to welcome you, Mr. William, to let us know the background, how you got to know us, and then the vision that you have for this particular place.
Okay, thank you, Brian. So I am, like you said, a new partner to Magnite Farm that is based in East Africa, Uganda. I came across Magnite when I got a dream of doing farming, and then settled to doing goats. And I did a lot of research to identify consultants or partners who will guide me through the process. Found out that I came across them. The reason I did that was in my country, in Liberia, as well as the parts of West Africa that I've been to, I have not seen the skill of livestock farming or the skill of goat farming in those places like I've seen in East Africa. I have traveled there for a couple of times. So when I saw that I needed to do this, I decided to do research specifically with respect to farmers who I could find on the social media, and finally I came across Magnite. There were a lot of farmers who are on social media there, but you have to be strategic, you have to be specific, you have to know the need you have, and not just consider the passion that you have for livestock farming or production, but you have to look at farming holistically. I realized that a lot of what I was seeing, a lot of the consumption of the resources that I was getting, they were not organized. But when I started following Magnite, I realized that they have programs that covers everything about goat farming, and that's how I was able to contact them, and we've come this far. They recently came to Liberia. I'm not based in Liberia, I'm based in Morocco, but the plan is to move back to Liberia, and I've acquired piece of land for now as a startup. We've also gone to met other stakeholders quite recently, Ministry of Agriculture, Carrie, and other blogger. I've come to realize I could not have done those things on my own until they came. So when it came, they were able to guide the process, and we started going to the places that we actually went to. And I found out that there is seriously a need here. There is the demand for goat meat is increasing. I have, as part of my research, I was able to see that USAID, a donor, and the US Embassy try to support livestock farming, specifically goat, and that has been, I think, over 5 years ago. But I have not seen any farm that has grown to 100 goats yet. So that was one of the things I wanted to see, but I have not been able to see that. Nobody has been able to tell me where to find a goat farmer locally that has that number of that number of goats. So the vision here is to make sure that we have a farm in Liberia that will be the catalyst for that. The Farm-KEG is not KEG farms. It's not only for running your business, selling goats and making profit. What we intend to do is to make sure that we have other farmers empowered, other farmers trained, other farmers get the knowledge that we will get from Monique, and that is cascaded to our local farmers here, so that Liberia can also start producing livestock, especially with goats, as our niche for now at KEG Farms. So that is our vision, and just an overview of the vision. And the plan is to make sure we produce quality goats. We have our West African dwarf goats that are so difficult to commercialize because of the maturity they have to get to. It takes a lot of time to grow to maturity for sale. So we are also thinking about improving that breed. So that's the vision.
Thank you so much, Mr. William. So today, basically, as I mentioned earlier on, we've tried to understand like the holding capacity, the factors of production here on this land, including water, where we'll be growing pasture, and the human resources in country, capacity needs, and things like that. Once we put together the strategy, we are going to support with technically accepted structures, the farm layout and planning. We're going to do the cost analysis for KEG Farm to help make decisions in terms of the costs, but also have a projection on the revenue and profits towards when this farm will break even. We also want to implement different variety of income generating streams. Our main focus is going to be breeding. Of course, we're going to be bringing in better breeds, improved breeds in country here from Uganda, and then multiply them here locally, so that we are breeding them and having them available to other farmers who are going to start their own farm. So please look out and use this opportunity to collaborate with KEG Farm to ensure that you get better breeds going forward, because it's going to be now easier when these breeds come in country. The other aspect is training and capacity building, including consultancy, working with different organizations, providing them with knowledge, and working with this facility as a testing ground, as a ground where people can learn and improve their knowledge in the goats value chain in general, which includes animals, pastures, and technical skills needed to become a goat farmer. The other aspects, they're going to be adding value on pasture, going to be making hay, silage, and possibly sell to other farmers excess feed, so that this farm can get an earning from that side. The other aspects that we're going to focus on is the agritourism. Of course, this place being closer to the city, so we want to tap into that market, so that if people want to have parties or picnics within around this place, they can come here, stay over, roast a goat, eat it, and in the end, KG Farm will be benefiting. So this is a very big opportunity. We found virgin land, as you can see, establishing. We're going to be doing the fencing and so on. The other aspects that I wanted Mr. William here to highlight on is in terms of the capacities in country, the workers, and management in general, and what plans he has to ensure that that is going to be achieved, to make sure that we have constant production on the pasture, on the goats, depending on any country capacity and what sort of supports we have discussed with him on how that is going to be improved.
In livestock or farming, generally, from what I've seen, not just farming but business as a whole, in Liberia, my country here, one of the challenges is workers. Reliable workers is a big challenge, and so that was one of the things that I informed Nick about, informing them that I will need support from them to ensure that we have workers that have the capacity and workers that will be committed, and systems in place that will be able to make sure workers do what they are supposed to do. Because sometimes it could be some of the problems with the issues we have with workers, farm workers, is because maybe we are not guarding them properly, and we might not be giving them the proper tools and training. So as a result, they don't know what to do, and they end up disappointing us and then disappointing themselves. So I've reached out to Minik and told them that one of the things that we want to do is, first thing, so as soon as we launch, is to make sure we have a technical person here who is around there, who will be able to transfer knowledge to our local team that we will be able to recruit from here. So that is very key. It's important that we have that, and my understanding is they have not told me in detail yet, but I think they have a farm management program that is used, and I think it could be replicated here, because we want to follow the same standard they follow, since for me, I like quality, so I want to partner with a group that reflects and portray that. So that's where my thinking is with respect to workers.
Thank you so much. I'll invite my colleague to ask a few questions, and we wrap up this interview.
Thanks, Brian. Not really questions at this point, but a call, because for a couple of days on our baseline survey, when we reached out to ministry, visited a few farmers here and there, we identified the need to grow this small ruminant industry, specifically goats, because considering that the numbers are very few, very scarce, and the demand is high, really high, because we were talking to the ministry personality the other day, and the abattoirs are there, but there are no animals to be slaughtered. And when we went to the other farmer that we shall also be able to show you in some of these episodes, he got overwhelmed with the demand during Christmas season, and they almost wanted to take the whole herd. So my call is to West African friends, investors, and upcoming farmers, that this is an opportunity that we can tap into and grow the livestock industry according to the standards, and that we have launched this farm should be something encouraging, that most of the services can now be got locally here. So just to encourage you and to ensure that we pursue this dream and make it happen, and make Liberia and make West Africa great with livestock. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julius. All our friends in Liberia, Mali, Guinea, Nigeria, Ghana, and all the neighboring countries, Sierra Leone, and so on. Please, please, please reach us out. KG Farm is here. Of course, this is going to be acting as a hub, but this is just the beginning. So please come. We are going to have better breeds here. We're going to have training services here, workers, and so on. This is an opportunity for us to change the game and improve the local goods here, bring in better breeds, but also help the Ministry of Education to have a database, putting together all farmers to know all the number of animals in country, so that we are also working together in a crowd and supporting the government, working within the authorities and the principles of the ministry, so that we are able to achieve whatever that is important for the industry. So I call upon you, please contact us, contact KG Farm, and please follow this journey to see how things are going to evolve.
And the other day I tasted pepper soup. So I guess we should now start also tasting goat's meat and seeing it at least across very many restaurants and places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
enjoyed the pepper soup anyway, and he was sweating.
Okay, I just want to know from you guys. You guys are specialized in livestock, as I get to understand. I would like to know what sort of breed you guys have in Uganda that maybe Liberia does not have, and so that you guys going to bring in goods from Uganda and get local goat from here, so they mix them up for them to be able to reproduce, and for us to have good goat meat on the Liberian market.
Julius, you want to take that?
Yeah, thanks. So looking at KG Farm and the survey that we have made, but also the passion, we are focusing on meat breeds, and worldwide known there are meat breeds that we have locally in Uganda, but coming from South Africa, looking at Boa, Savannah, and Red Kalahari, that are going to be crossing with our locals here, but at particular percentages, because we also know that there are technicalities when it comes to breeding a pure animal with a local, especially in giving birth. The sizes of the babies can be sometimes big, and calls for surgeries, and all this stresses the animals. But we are going to be guiding the breeding strategy towards the meat breeds that I've talked about with our West African dwarf here. Also, in consideration, as from our discussions, we are going to be strategically stocking some milk breeds to support animals that can produce twins and triplets and they do not have enough milk, so that they can survive at the end of the day. Yeah, so this is all the plan that we are drawing and we want to implement here after this launch. Thank you.
Yeah, so are you taking into consideration the geographical location for the animals that you're talking about? Maybe those are coming from South Africa and to Uganda, from Uganda to Liberia, as to whether they will survive on our land. You know, we got 2 seasons, dry and rainy season now. We are in the rainy season. It's raining on you guys right here. Are you considering the geographical issues?
Yeah, sure. We have considered the geographical season and considerations, looking at this area being humid, because we have been here for some time now. But also, when we are going to stock, we are not going to stock mature animals. We are going to stock first-time mothers that can easily acclimatize to the environment, so that they can have their first births at this farm and they can easily survive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Please join us. Come to KEG Farm. Come to Menit. Please, let's support your enterprise. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, share, and share.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.